Hello, my dear friends. Did you had your breakfast, lunch, and dinner in time? So, if you had your lunch, breakfast, dinner in time, then I would expect that you will study in time also. Now, welcome back to our classes. In the last class, we discussed about many parts of the mole concepts, isn't it? Now, today, we'll go to the next part of mole concept, that is analysis of mixture. That is the real chemistry. By chance, if I say you, in a compound, there are more than, or I can say if a compound contains more than one varieties of element, then how to analyze it? Or if I give you some substance and then say you this, find it out how much carbon is there, how much hydrogen is there, how much nitrogen is there, and tell me in percentage or in grams. This is called analysis. So today's discussion is that how to calculate the amount present in grams or in percentage. Or I want to say that if two or more than two things are present in a compound and we have to find which one is present in what amount, we say it as analysis. Okay. So I can say that if two or more than two things are present in a compound, and we have to find which one is present. Present in which amount, then we say it as what? Analysis. It may be in grams, it may be in percentage, then we say it as analysis. This is called analysis. Okay. But to be honestly speaking, to have a mastery on this part of the mole concept, many students comes and ask, sir, mole concept sir, this is very difficult sir. बहुत difficult है sir, कैसा करेंगे हम इसको? Very difficult. No beta. The problem is that mole concept is not a single chapter concept. It is linked to all the chapters. Everywhere you will find mole concept because everywhere we have calculations. Okay. So to have a mastery on this analysis part, you need to have a very strong hold on inorganic chemistry, because you will find questions linked to inorganic chemistry in this part. But I am teaching you basic concepts. You will find this question, and in later stage you will say, sir, you taught me, but I am not able to answer this question. Then there will be a big problem. So to make you understand this part, I will tell you some important inorganic reactions. For the time being, you just remember in inorganic part, once you study, then you will understand from where this reaction came. Okay. For the time being, I will tell you 5 to 10 reactions that are very necessary to make you understand this analysis. Okay. Ready? Just remember some reactions with me, and I will apply those reactions in questions for the time being, and after that in the latter stage when inorganic chemistry comes, you will understand. Okay. Done. Now some important reactions for you. Just to help you in analysis, some important reactions. Bit 1. First reaction. What will happen if calcium carbonate is heated? What will happen if calcium carbonate is heated? It will give calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Just For the time being practice, beta, don't worry. In the later study, we'll study. What will happen when magnesium carbonate is heated? What will I get? I'll get magnesium oxide plus carbon dioxide. What will happen when magnesium carbonate is heated? I'll get magnesium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Third, what will happen when sodium bicarbonate is heated? See, sodium bicarbonate heated, what will I get? I'll get sodium carbonate along with carbon dioxide and water. Okay, what I'll get? Sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. Now, fourth one. What will happen if sodium carbonate is heated? What will happen if sodium carbonate is heated? Now remember, there will be no effect, because for analysis I have to heat and find the effect. Sodium carbonate heated will have no effect. Why? It is stable to normal heat, because it is stable to normal heat. It is not that I am putting a temperature of 4000 or 5000 degrees centigrade. It is stable to Na2CO3 heated, it will have no effect. Okay, can I rub the board? Can I rub the board? Can I go for the next one? The next reactions. Just remember, calcium carbonate heated, calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Magnesium carbonate heated, magnesium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Sodium bicarbonate heated, sodium carbonate plus CO2 plus H2O. So, Na2CO3 further heated, no effect. Further effect, no effect. Then, similarly, the fifth one. The fifth one. NaCl, your common salt, heated. Again, no effect. Matlab heated, matlab if I normally heat it, there will be absolutely no effect if I hit NaCl. This is a normal concept. Okay. Next comes, if I'll hit lithium nitrate. Just remember, these are used in the previous questions or in your book questions. So I am giving those things that will be helpful to you in this part. Okay. Lithium nitrate heated. What will I get? Li2O, NO2 plus O2. Is it balanced? See, I am not giving about the balancing of the reaction. I am just helping you out. Okay. You can further go and balance, no issues. Okay. Li2O plus NO2 plus O2. Next. NaNO3 heated. What will happen if I hit NaNO3? I will get what? NaNO2 plus O2. You balance later. I am not giving balancing. I am only giving the product. Next. Magnesium nitrate heated. What will happen? I will get magnesium oxide plus NO2 plus O2. Clear? Next. 9. Lithium carbonate heated. What will I get? I will get Li2O plus CO2. Okay. Next. 10. Calcium carbonate plus HCl. Calcium carbonate, okay, plus HCl. What will I get? Calcium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide. Done. Can I rub the board? Can I? Did you write it? Next. Next, if I'll hit you, 12, right? If I'll hit a lithium carbonate, no, sorry, I have already taught lithium carbonate. What did I say? HCl. Now, if I treat NaHCO3 with HCl, what will I get? NaHCO3 with HCl. What I will get? H2CO3. Okay, H2CO3 is a very weak acid along with NaCl. Okay, this many question. Matlab just in the current stage you have to remember this number of reactions, and after that in the inorganic chemistry you will learn the rest of the reactions. Now with this reaction, this many reactions, I will tell you some questions. Okay, let us discuss some questions. First question. Now here comes the question. What is the question? If 184 gram of calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate are mixed together, how much are mixed together and heated? .8 liters of carbon dioxide are formed at STP. Giving your STP is very important. Why not now? I will tell you. I will tell you in gaseous state why STP writing is very important. Or else I have to convert it into STP. I have to use the equation PV is equals to nRT. Don't worry about that. Don't listen about that also. You'll get confused. We are very small kids. And 44.8 liters. And if 44.8 liters of carbon dioxide are formed or obtained at STP, calculate the mass percent of calcium carbonate. Calculate the mass percent of calcium carbonate. Listen carefully what I am saying. 184 gram calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate were heated. By heating, I will get what? Carbon dioxide. I have told you the reactions, or else rewind the video and see it. Just go back and see it. I have told you the reactions, and I told you repeatedly while being in my class. Please sit down with your notes and copy notes and pens so that you can copy it down and note it down. Okay, just see what will happen when magnesium carbonate is heated. I got what? I got carbon dioxide. When calcium carbonate is heated, I got what? Carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate heated, I got CaO plus CO2. Magnesium carbonate heated, I got what? Magnesium oxide plus CO2. In the both the cases, carbon dioxide was obtained. And when I heated both, I got carbon dioxide of how much amount? 44.8 liters. How much? 44.8 liters. Now, what else data they have given? They have given calcium 40. Do you understand what is this? I can say it is as the molar mass, or the in case of this atomic mass. How much they have given? Calcium they have given 40, magnesium 24, and what else is they have given? Carbon 12 and oxygen 16 they have given. Okay, carbon 12 and oxygen 16 they have given. Now the question arises, how to solve it? Let calcium carbonate taken be x gram and magnesium carbonate taken be y gram. So it is very clear that they have asked the question about percentage of calcium carbonate, that is how much? X by 184 into 100. We have to reach this final destination. That means I have to find this x, isn't it? Now you got an equation like this: x plus y is equals to 184. Equation 1. Yes or no? Easy. Now the question comes here. Calcium carbonate, how much I have taken? X gram. So number of moles of calcium carbonate. How to find? X by molar mass, isn't it? This is the number of moles of calcium carbonate. Let this be N1. Okay. Now here magnesium carbonate, how much magnesium carbonate? How much I have taken? Y gram, isn't it? Now what will I do? Now number of moles of magnesium carbonate is Y by magnesium's molar mass is magnesium 24, carbon 12, oxygen 48. It sums up to how much? 84. Let it be N2. Please copy so that I can rub this board. I can use this. Please copy. Please copy. Now, just remember this data. Now, I got this number of moles. Now tell me, they have given that we obtained carbon dioxide. How much? 44.8 liters at STP. We know that 1 mole of any gas at NTP or STP occupies 22.4 liters. So how many moles here? So number of moles of carbon dioxide. How much? 44.8 divided by 22.4. How many moles? 2 moles. Now, how many moles of calcium carbonate took there? X by 100. How many moles of magnesium carbonate took there? Y by 84. How many moles of carbon dioxide obtained? 2 moles, because 44.8 by 21.4. Why 21.4? Because if 1 mole occupies 22.4 liters at NTP or STP, then 44.8 is how many moles? 2 moles. Say yes or no? Do you understand or not? Again, if 1 mole occupies 22.4 liters at STP, how much will be? How much will be 44.8 liters at STP? It is obviously 2 moles. Now the question comes, now tell me how to calculate. See the reaction. CaCO3 heated. Please go through my reaction. CaO plus CO2, isn't it? Now, here 1 mole is giving how many mole carbon dioxide? 1 mole. Balanced na? Balanced na? 1 Ca, 1 Ca, 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen. Now, N1 mole will give N1 moles of CO2. Now, this is for CaCO3. What for MgCO3? MgCO3 heated to give MgO plus CO2, isn't it? Now, 1 mole, is it balanced? Mg, 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen. 1 mole is giving 1 mole. N2 mole will give N2 mole. Isn't it? So yes or no? So total CO2 how much? Total CO2 how much? 2 moles. How to find? 2 is equals to N1 plus N2. Total number of CO2, how moles of CO2 formed is how much? N1 plus N2. Now we people know what is N1 and what is N2. What is N1? Is number of moles of calcium carbonate, X by 100. What is N2? Number of moles of magnesium carbonate. This is Y by 84 is equals to 2. Equation 2. Equation 1 was X plus Y is equals to 184. Equation 1. Now please solve this question. If you really solve this question, you will find X is equals to 100 and Y is equals to 84. If I got X is equals to 100 and Y is equals to 84, the question is how much mass percentage is required, isn't it? Mass percent of calcium carbonate is equals to X 100 by 184 into 100. So please do calculate it for me. I think it will be approximately equal to 54.3%. And how much of magnesium carbonate if asked? 100 minus 54.3. Did I solve this question? Can we go for the next question? Please copy it down. Please pause the video and copy. Now let's go for the next question. What is that? The question is 190 gram mixture of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 are heated and 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide are obtained at STP. Okay, calculate the mass percent of NaHCO3. Okay, calculate the mass percent of NaHCO3. Now beta, as you are small kids, I know I gave you the reactions, but in the original examinations, they will not give you the reactions. Like in competitions like JEE, IIT or NEET or AIMS, they will not give you the reactions. You have to directly calculate, because by that time you will be passing 12th class and you will be going to inorganic chemistry. You will be knowing all the reactions. So for your help, I have given you some reactions that will be really helpful to you. Okay. Now, what is the question? 190 gram mixture of, what is that? Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 were heated. And what I got? And 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide are liberated or obtained. Calculate the mass percent of NaHCO3. That means it is very clear that mass of Na2CO3 plus mass of NaHCO3 is equals to 190 gram. That means if I take this is X and this is Y, this will be equal to how much? 190. Clear? If Na2CO3 is X and NaHCO3 is Y, then it equals to 190. Got the equation 1. Now, number of moles of Na2CO3, how much? X by 106, molar mass of Na2CO3. How? Do you know? No? 23 into 2 is equals to 46. For carbon 12, oxygen 48, isn't it? It is 16, 4, 8, 9, 10, 106. Clear? Similarly, what is the molar mass of NaHCO3? NaHCO3, 23 for sodium, 1 for hydrogen, 12 for carbon, and this one is how much? 48 for oxygen. So this is 4, 48, 9, 8 to 10, 14, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 8, 84, isn't it? For sodium bicarbonate is 84. Got it? So number of moles of NaHCO3 is how much? Y by 84. Isn't it? Now the question arises, do you remember Na2CO3 when heated, no reactions? Why? It is quite stable. That means from X by 106 moles, I will not get any carbon dioxide. So yes or no? Now, we all have remembered that when I heat NaHCO3, what I get? Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2, isn't it? Is this the reaction? Please check my videos and tell me. Back video, just back the video and say me. What did I say? If when NaHCO3 is heated, I get Na2CO3, CO2 plus H2O. Now, the question arises, Y by 84 moles will give what? Carbon dioxide. That means, how much carbon dioxide I have got? 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide. That is how many moles? 11.2 liters at STP, right? So 1 mole at STP occupies 20.4. So 11.2 liters is half mole, isn't it? Say yes or no? Now let me go for this. NaHCO3, Na2CO3, H2O, CO2. Is this equation balanced? No. Now is it balanced? 2Na, 2Na, 2H, 2H, 2 carbons, 1, 2 carbons. So it is the 6 oxygen, 3, 4, 5, 6 oxygen. Is it balanced now? Now we know this is solid, this is solid, this is gas, and this is gas, because heated, na? Right? When you heat something, this is released as a gas. When you heat something, it is released as a gas. Here, water is released, carbon dioxide is released. Water is liquid at room temperature, but if we heat, it will be as gas and it will be released. So yes or no? Now tell me, here, if I will go for mole analysis, what can I do? See, for this equation, number of moles of NaHCO3 by stoichiometric coefficient 2 is equals to number of moles of CO2 by stoichiometric coefficient 1. Yes or no? Is now number of moles of NaHCO3 is equals to number of moles of CO2 is how much? 1 by 2 into 2. Number of moles of CO2 already 1 by 2 given. Here 2 multiplied. So that is equals to how many moles? 1 mole. Yes or no? That means number of moles of NaHCO3 is given how much? Y by 84. So Y by 84 is equals to 1 mole. So Y is equals to 84. I got the value of Y. Yes or no? Now the question is percentage of NaHCO3. Is it Y by 190 into 100? I got the value of Y 84. So 84 by 190 into 100 will be equal to 44. If you calculate it, it will be exactly equal to 44.210%. Done? Clear? Easy? So the percentage of NaHCO3 is how much? 44.210%. If you want, I can tell again. I have already taught you that Na2CO3 and NaHCO3. Na2CO3 is very stable towards heat. It will not break down. NaHCO3 will break down to give water, carbon dioxide and sodium carbonate. Now number of moles, I have taken this as X, this is as Y grams. Number of moles is equals to mass in gram by molar mass in gram by molar mass. So Na2CO3 does not react. Now 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide is formed by hitting this. So this was only due to what? NaHCO3. Now this is solid, gas liberated. Now stoichiometric mole analysis. Number of moles of NaHCO3 by 2 is equal to number of moles of CO2 by 1. Number of moles of NaHCO3 is equals to 1 by 2 into 2, that is equals to 1. So 1 mole, how many moles I have taken? NaHCO3, Y by 84. Y by 84 is equals to 1. So Y is equals to 84. Did I understand this concept? Was it really easy? Please pause the video, copy this. Please pause the video and copy this. Now let's go for the next question. I heard the question. When 22.4 liters of C4H8 butene at STP is burnt completely, 89.6 liters of carbon dioxide at STP and 72 grams of H2O are produced. What is the volume of oxygen gas consumed at STP? Now first of all, burning of C4H8 means combustion of C4H8. Burning matlab burning in presence of oxygen. When hydrocarbons are burned in presence of oxygen, I said what is produced? Carbon dioxide and water. Now to balance this, do you remember my previous videos? I have told you how to balance CXHY Y by 4 O2 gives rise to XCO2 plus Y by 2 H2. Now balance it. Here X is 4, Y is 8. X 4, Y 8. This is the general formula. Okay, beta? Here, using this general formula, I can solve it. Look, X is equals to 4, Y is equals to 8. Let me solve this for you. X 4, Y 8. 8 by 4, how much? 2. X 4 plus 2, how much? 6. Now, come to this plus. X, Y by 2. 8 by 2, how much? 4. Now check it out whether it is balanced or not. 4 carbon, 4 carbon. 8 hydrogen, 4 to the 8 hydrogen. 6 to the 12 oxygen, 4 to the 8 oxygen plus 4, 12 oxygens. Balanced. Now remember this general formula if you don't know this. The general formula will help you to balance it. Now, the question comes, when C4H8 is burnt, it got what? 89.6 liters of carbon dioxide. 89.6 liters of carbon dioxide. How many moles of carbon dioxide? It is 89.6 by 22.4. It is approximately 4 moles. Isn't it? 4 moles of carbon dioxide. 4 moles, for making 4 moles of carbon dioxide, how many moles of oxygen are required? See, 1 mole for 4 moles of carbon dioxide, how many moles of oxygen are required? So volumes for 4 moles, approximately 8 moles of oxygen are required, isn't it? Why 8 moles? Sorry. In each mole, how many oxygen atoms are there? No, sorry. 8 moles of oxygen atom. If I say it in molecule, then 4 moles of carbon atoms and 4 moles of O2, isn't it? Easy. Now, what else? This much carbon dioxide at ST1 72 grams of water are produced. 72 grams of water. It has given a tricky question. 72 grams of water. How many moles? Number of moles of water. It is 72 by 18. 8. Again 4 moles. Isn't it? Again 4 moles. Now 4 moles of water will give how many moles of oxygen? So 4 moles of water will give 2 moles of O2. That means I need 4 moles of O2 for carbon dioxide and 2 moles of O2 for water. So as a whole, how many moles of water I require, oxygen I require? 6 moles of oxygen is required. So it needs 6 moles of oxygen. It means how much? 6 into 22.4 liters. It is approximately, please multiply, 134.4 liters. This is the amount of oxygen required. Easy? Check the question. Do you know this question, why you are feeling so tough? Because this question was a KVPY question of 2015. Kendra, we have Kendra Vaiganik Poshan Yojana. Tell me, what happens? C4H8, 6CO2, balance not necessary. It says that how much amount of oxygen is required to produce 72 gram of water and 89.6 liters of carbon dioxide. Very simply, don't get so much confused. Very simply listen what I am saying. How much oxygen is required to produce 72 grams of water and 89.6 liters of carbon dioxide. 89.6 liters matlab how many moles? 4 moles. 4 moles matlab 4 mole of O2 is present inside this. Now 72 grams of water, how many moles? 72 by 18. How 72 by 18? 72 is the mass given, this is the molar mass, it is 4 moles. So 4 moles of water matlab each mole has how many oxygen atoms, na? So 4 moles will have 2 moles of O2. 2 moles of O2. So from here, for this I require 2 moles, for this I require 4 moles. So total I require 6 moles of O2. So 6 moles of O2 is how much volume? 1 mole is 20.4 liters at NTP. So 6 moles is this much liter at NTP. Easy? Did I make you understand this concept clearly? Yes or no? True? Really you understood? Sure? Thank you. We'll go for the next one. One more question. Now this is perhaps the most easy question. For the reaction A plus 2B gives rise to C, what is the amount of C formed by starting the reaction with 5 moles of A and 8 moles of B? Pause the video, solve it and come back to see my solution. C. Paused. Over. Back. Reaction given. A plus 2B gives rise to C. But what is the stoichiometric coefficient? 1, 2, 1. Now if I go for mole-mole analysis. Mole-mole analysis. How many mole taken initially? A, 5 mole. B, 8 mole. So 5 by 1 divided by 8 by 2. So this is the limiting reagent, isn't it? This is the limiting reagent. So limiting reagent will be included in the reaction. Number of moles of C by 1. Number of moles of C by 1 is equals to 8 by 2, that is equals to 4. Number of moles of C is equals to how much? 4. Easy. I said you, this is the most easy question, isn't it? Now let's go for the next question. Now, how many molecules of ammonia are formed when 1 mole of nitrogen, 1 mole of nitrogen gas reacts with 3.01 in 10 to 23 molecules of hydrogen gas? Now pause the video, solve the question, then come back. Look, first of all, preparation of ammonia equation, N2 plus 3H2 gives H2 2NH2. This is the Haber's process of preparation of ammonia. Okay, now look here. By default, 1 mole requires 3 moles, gives 2 moles. So stoichiometric coefficient is 1 mole, 3 mole, 2 moles. Question is, how many molecules of ammonia, molecules not moles, are formed when 1 mole of nitrogen gas? So initially at T is equals to 0, nitrogen given, at T is equals to 0, nitrogen, number of moles of nitrogen is 1. How many what is the number of moles of hydrogen? Number of moles of hydrogen is equals to 3.01 into 10 to the power 23 by Avogadro's number, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So is it 1 by 2 or 0.5 mole? Now come to this action. If I go for mole analysis, or you can go by uniter method, anything. So here this is how many mole taken initially? 1 mole. By stoichiometric coefficient 1. Here how many moles taken initially? 0.5. By stoichiometric coefficient 3. So this is 1, this is 1 by 6, isn't it? So who is the limiting reagent? This is the limiting reagent, isn't it? Now this is in excess, this is the limiting reagent. Now how can I calculate the mole analysis? This is number of moles of ammonia by stoichiometric coefficient 2. So first number of moles of ammonia formed is equals to 0.5 by 3, isn't it? So number of moles of ammonia is equals to how much? 2 into, that is 1 by 3. So it is approximately how much? Molecules of ammonia is equals to 1 by 3 into 6.02 into 10 to the 23. So is it approximately approximately 2 into 10 to the power 23 molecules? Again, this was a KVPI question. Some entrance, okay? Perhaps KVPI. Check it out. Easy? Now, we are doing small questions, we are doing tough questions, we are doing fundamentals, we are doing theories, and please kindly go through the laws of chemical combinations I taught you in the previous class, and today's class I discuss with you analysis of mixture. These are very important topics where entrance people pick questions. Okay, please repeat these videos and look at the videos several times and try and understand. If you don't understand, please write to us in WhatsApp, or you can comment us, or you can share if you really understood, and like and press the bell icon. Please do share, and please while writing these questions, while studying the topic, I will request you to open your copy, have a pen with yourself, read, write, understand, make notes, because I am discussing like a class, and I want that you should have a classroom feeling while studying this. Okay, and please stay safe, stay away from direct contact, stay away from COVID, and please use this time in studying. Okay, thank you. This is your BW sir. I'll be meeting in the next class with solutions, how to express the concentrations with more concepts. Till then, bye bye, take care, and keep safe. Thank you. Bye bye.